Now listening to the In My Opinion podcast, the home of edutainment, brought to you by Sakali, DTM, and Uzuma. So get your drinks, snacks, relax, and enjoy.
So you said we need to get pink too?
No, we need to get used to this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've been there from young, blood and all that. So, auntie, I grew up around women. So.
Yeah, so that's why I chose.
I love it.
Pink, and I'm not a fan of pink.
I mean, it looks
I
good
wasn't.
though.
Thank you. I wasn't, and then I was like, all these pages are so like.
Dark.
Yeah, Wombe needs to be a bit bright and
Add a bit of positivity to it.
yeah.
It makes sense.
Love
yeah.
that.
And you're 4 years old?
4 years old. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Thank
4 years
you.
old.
What, today? Or when was it?
When
Last
was that?
month.
Oh, dope. Did you do anything?
I did a competition for women. Basically, I go to a lot of events like Superdrug, Holland and Barrett. They invite me.
Nice.
So when I get all the goodie bags and stuff,
you just-
I give back.
And then give away and give
Yeah.
back. That's dope.
Yeah.
I was like, you love giving back, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
keep them,
I
man.
I like
It's
that.
good, man.
Because when you give back blessings,
Versus
I like that. It's love.
I'm happy.
But I don't see it.
Energy.
But I don't even see it as that. I
Energy
just.
You're just
I
a
just
giving
do
person.
it.
But I think that
Yeah.
naturally that's what's gonna happen. That
Yeah.
universe.
Give it. Blessing come.
But I'm still yet to post them out.
Oh.
Oh.
So you can add
so
my
How
name.
long ago? I mean, it's last month, isn't it?
It was last month, and then they won. Basically, I announced it last week. So
Okay.
this week,
you got
yeah,
They
got
will get it.
time.
Yeah, we got time. Just do next day
We'll give you some
delivery or
grace.
something.
We'll give you some grace. What made you start Wimbe?
What I finish.
From my own story,
Okay.
dealing with fibroids myself. But I think I had fibroids from when I was young because I used to have really bad period pains in school
Oh, okay.
and feeling sick, vomiting, fainting, always going to the medical room every time I'm on my period. But at that time I was like, it's normal. I thought it was normal. Going to the doctors, they say, oh, it's just your period, it's normal. It's like, so it's embedded in my mind that it was normal. So it just started from then. And then as I got older, it got a bit better because doctors, some of them put you on contraceptions to make it easier, like your flow and the pain. So I started that and then I was like, it's not working. So when I hit into my 20s, it got worse until I started bruising from the inside out. So I was all purple, green on my pelvic area.
Jesus Christ.
And I was telling the doctors, like, I'm in pain. And, oh, it's fine. It's women of your age, you know.
What?
So when I sent the picture, I was like, no, this is not normal because I thought I was bleeding internally. I said, there's something wrong. And then when he saw it, he was like, oh, my God, we'll get you in. So it's like, why did they have to take
That.
Yeah.
after all the
What if
complaints?
you were like so dark? Would it even have shown? No, I'm just saying for our sisters that are
that's a good-
really dark skin,
It's-
how would the bruising would have? Can you see the bruising?
Well, for me, it was, I think because I was in so much pain, and at first I thought it was my hot water bottle that burnt me.
Right, yeah. Because you apply that to
You apply that,
release
the heat
relief
to
pain,
relieve
yeah.
the pain. So I thought, oh, it might be that. And then my mum was like, no, Latoya, it's green. And because burns are more like, you just get red.
Yeah,
patch.
red, yeah, that's right, yeah, not-
So, yeah, that's what happened. And then I went in.
Sorry, no, sorry.
Yeah. And then he was like, oh my God. So they referred me to a gynecologist. So remember, this is the GP. They're just
Oh, yeah,
general.
they just refer-
general
they
They referred me. Then when I went, the lady, you had a scan, a trans vaginal scan. So it's like they put like a camera to your vagina. And then she was like, oh my gosh, you've got a fibroid.
Just like that?
Yeah.
like she's excited.
What the heck does that mean?
And I was like, what's that?
What's that, yeah?
Because I don't know.
Yeah, at that time.
And at that point, I'm going to pause you right there because
Yeah.
I want to tell people what fibroid is, right? To read that out, just in case some people don't know. What are fibroids? Fibroids are non-cancerous growths that develop in the muscular wall of the womb, uterus. These growths are made up of muscles and tissue and can be different sizes. Some can be the size of a pea or others can be the size of a melon. That is brazy. Does that kind of like summarize it?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
And they're in and around the womb.
In and around the
Yeah.
womb.
So
okay.
my one, the one that she saw that was causing the bruising was in my pregnancy sac. So that
The
was
pregnancy sac.
so when you conceive, obviously that's where the baby grows.
Baby goes into it.
Yeah,
So that's not the womb.
it is still in the womb, but
kinda,
the
yeah.
pregnancy
Oh.
sac.
No, I didn't know there's a sac within the sac.
This
I thought the womb was the sac.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't.
We're learning today, yeah.
You're learning.
I've
Listen.
learned.
Sometimes just
No, I'm
learn.
taking
I
it
love
in.
this though.
So just
But it's like, you know when you hear the women's water break?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the fluid.
Oh,
That's
right, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a little protective bubble, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's what bursts, and then yeah.
so quickly. This fibroids
Yeah.
can you can get in different places, no?
Yeah.
Or is it just
It's mainly in the womb.
Mainly
what
in
you
the
can
womb
get in
area.
different places?
Yeah, so within, side the walls, outside. Some people,
Yeah.
it moves around. Some
It
people
moves
in their
around.
back.
It's
crazy.
usually around that area,
It's
bro.
the womb area.
The womb area.
Nowhere
cool.
else in the body.
Because
Yeah.
the reason I'm asking, I know my mom had something before she passed, but what's that one? It was
Endometriosis.
Was it on the neck? No,
Thyroid.
that's
oh, so it's different.
Those are connected though. Since I've been learning, it's all
Yeah,
connected
because my
within the
mom
body.
had a thyroid.
Yeah.
But that one was like
It
on
comes
the
out
neck,
like a lump,
that
yeah.
after she had my brother.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's similar. Or
It's all to do with the hormones.
Hormones,
It's all
yeah,
connected.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, she said that, and then she was like, "Do you want kids when you're older?" So this was when I was 25, 24. And I was like, "Yeah, of course." She was like, "Okay, we're gonna have to get it out now because if I conceive, it will grow the baby, and then I could have miscarriages."
Yeah.
So that's why I had my first operation. So I've had 2 operations.
Oh, okay.
So I had the first one. It was a keyhole surgery where they put a camera in your belly button, and then once it's in there, they cut the fibroids out. Like they just chop it, whatever. Yeah, but that was one at the time.
Okay.
So I got better. The bleedings were better. There was no pelvic pain, everything. And then that was 2015. 3 years later, I started feeling the worst symptoms ever.
Jesus.
And then I started losing weight. So I'm slim build as you can see. But if you go on my page, I looked really ill to the point where my friends and family thought that I was literally died. Like there was something wrong with me because I was so skinny, like gaunt. Started losing my hair, my natural hair, because I had pixie cut, relaxed. So that started
Affects
breaking. Yeah,
loss.
everyone's different, but I had hair loss.
Jesus.
So that happened. Shaved my hair. Got my brother to shave my hair, like literally low cut, number 1, just to start again because it was patchy. And then I realized the reason why my hair was falling out is because I was low on iron. I became anemic, like severely anemic, because I started bleeding heavy with clots. So I was losing a lot of blood each month. So when that happened, those were the new symptoms. So it wasn't
Wow, so it
pelvic
wasn't
pain.
like before. This is new to you. Like, what's
New.
this?
I was like, yeah, there's something. And by then I started to research fibroids, started to get to know my body, what kind of foods we should be eating and not eating, and things like that. Went back to the doctor. Well, yeah, and then they did a fast track for me because I've already been seen. So I went to the gynecologist. It was quite easy at that time. Now it's very hard for some women nowadays. When they were like, yeah, you've got like 6, 7 fibroids. They've grown back. I was like,
How does that happen?
how does that happen? And I just started crying, and I was just like, do you know what? I'm over this.
Yeah,
And
I
I was
can
just
imagine.
thinking, so that is when I went into like a state of depression, but I didn't know it was depression because, I just didn't know because I was just like, and I had to plan events around my period. It was kind of a tough time. So, you know, when you asked me like earlier today, how do you feel?
How do you
9
feel,
out of 10.
Yeah.
Those times it was very low, like 2, 3s. But I was still showing up for people and showing up.
Yeah.
You're hiding, you're masking it.
Yeah, I was masking it. So I was like, okay, so that happened. Then I didn't want to do another operation. I was like, I have to find a way
Yeah, around it.
around it. Maybe because you can shrink them as well, just naturally. And then it just started getting worse and worse. The fibroid had gone in my wall against some of my organs. So that's why I was bleeding heavy. So that's why they had to remove. Basically, that's why I had to have a second operation.
To remove all 6. Was it 6 of them?
Yeah, so it was 8. And they removed 6 and left 2 because they were tiny. Because if they go deep, they could scar a tissue and then I won't be able to have kids.
All right, so that's the reason, because I was reading online and it said most fibroids, like they don't actually require treatment
Yeah.
unless you start to get symptoms.
symptoms.
So obviously in your case, you was having.
I was getting symptoms
Jesus, yeah,
the
you was
first
having
time,
hella
second
symptoms.
time.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
people don't.
yeah,
Some women
yeah.
only find out they have fibroids once they're pregnant.
Yeah, because they have no
Grows.
symptoms.
They have no
literally.
symptoms, but because we
Wow.
have a hormone, estrogen,
Yeah.
when you are pregnant, you get more of that.
More
so that's
estrogen,
why
yeah.
it grows the fibroids. But for me, I was developing estrogen without even getting. There was more in my body,
In your body,
than
yeah.
others. So then I realized, okay, there's foods that are very estrogenic. So I don't eat red meat.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Yeah,
I
okay.
don't eat red meat. I don't eat egg, dairy, corn. There's so many things. Yeah. So during that time, so I had the second operation.
No cheese, nothing.
No, but I'd indulge sometimes.
I ain't mad at it because that Parmesan
I'm
is slapping.
human.
How you gonna have
You
a
know?
hamburger or cheeseburger with no cheese?
So I don't. Yeah. So all those. Yeah, they say processed foods is not good,
Yeah.
but we're all human. And I always
of
tell
course.
my supporters online, like, you can indulge, but just not too much. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's some people that really eat red meats, and it's not good for us because the hormones in there.
Yeah.
And they always say, "Oh, well, then where'd you get your iron from?" And it's like, you can get your iron
Come from
elsewhere.
greens. Yeah, you can have greens.
So yeah, I had that operation, and then that was 2019, just before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So when
Oh, that's
to
a
answer
good
your
thing, innit?
question, yeah.
Oh, that's a good
I
thing.
literally
Oh my
got
goodness.
saved November. I did it, and then we all got shut down.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Oh my god, that's a great
operations,
thing.
everything was cancelled. It's only God, honestly. And then during the pandemic, obviously we were still and quiet. I used to journal anyway. So I said, you know what? I said to my cousin, I think I'm just gonna start a blog page about my journey.
Yeah.
And I was a bit skeptical. And I was like, oh my God, shall I? Or what will people think? And things like that. So then I just designed the logo myself, did everything. And I literally just put it on my personal page and wrote, Womb Bay coming soon. And I knew I just had to I just put it out there.
Yeah.
Now you're accountable.
Now you're kind of I like that.
So that's what I did. And that's how it started, from journaling and my experience. Yeah.
Why do fibroids affect black women more than white women?
We're still
Yeah.
finding out.
I have some
till
stats
this
on
day,
that actually.
yeah.
They're saying research shows that 8 in 10 black and 7 in 10 white women have one or more fibroids by the age of 45. So I guess to your question, yeah, it seems like it affects
Yeah,
black
'cause
women a lot more.
I know it's something they're still researching, but I was also doing my research because, like I told you before off camera, I've been impacted by this, where I know someone that had fibroids, and because of it, you know how ladies, you plan your births. They were gonna have a water birth, but they couldn't do it because the fibroid grew. So they had to have give birth.
C-section.
Give birth
Well, not
naturally?
C-section, but they were observed.
Yeah.
They couldn't do none
You're
of that
high
extra
risk.
stuff.
You have
Yeah.
to
High
be
risk.
monitored. Yeah.
But then the second pregnancy had a fibroid, but then it shrank as
Yeah,
the pregnancy
it
went
degenerates,
on. Yeah,
yeah.
it degenerated. So it made me start getting so like, what is this fibroid? Because I'd never heard of it before, you know. And I was like, if this thing is so serious, why is everyone just like, oh, let's just wait and see? I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
nah, like, why is it so serious? That's what I was reading was they in America they did a study, and they said one of the causes could be hair relaxer. They did a study of 23,000 black women, and they found
Yeah,
the
they're
ones
saying
that-
hair relaxers and contraceptions. I feel like my age mates from young, they put you on contraception, mini
Contraception, yeah.
pills. People have been taking it for so long, up until like 30.
Yeah.
When they come off it, ready to have children, they go and then they obviously get their checks done. Oh, you've got fibroids or you've got endometriosis or whatever. And it's like, why? And it's also, I think, the foods as well.
Food, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know what's so crazy? I just feel like it's so important that we need to understand our bodies and stuff, because sometimes you have triggers. Something could trigger it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I mean, you're talking about hair relaxer, you're talking about contraception and stuff like that. Like, I remember my situation. Like, I've got like, it's called Pamphlix, like eczema of the hands. Like, mine as well is literally reactionary. Like, I don't have it. It's something all my life I've been calm, and naturally, was it just during lockdown actually? So I remember my work when we went back into work, because we was all on furlough. When we went back into work, hand sanitizers everywhere, and everyone just overly using them. And then literally one Sunday, I was just chilling, having brunch, and then I just started getting these little bubbles on my hands. I was thinking, what the heck is this? And it was mad itchy. And then, you know, over time now, you see my hands, you could not recognize it. I mean, you lot saw it during lockdown. I was like, what the? Obviously, I had a patch testing done, all of that stuff. Then you're finding out they're telling you you're allergic to almost everything. Like literally almost everything. Like there's these chemicals that you find in every single product. You can perfume, detergent, washing up, everything. You find that these chemicals, and I'm allergic to that. I've had to change up my whole routine. I'm not thinking, bro, I've gone all my life, turned 30 something. Now you're telling me, why does that happen? And again, when I start looking into it, it was triggered by hand sanitizers and stuff like that. It's something I shouldn't be using. So maybe, you know what I mean? So that's why I feel like so.
But I dig deeper.
Oh wow, nice. I like that.
I went deep into the fibroid situation after like the food. So I got a nutritionist and everything, did all the testing and stuff, what the foods, and she broke it down about fibroids, and it happens more to women in, well, they say African American, because it happens more, it's recognized in America more than here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, much. Whereas endometriosis is recognized more here in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is that for the viewers?
Endometriosis is literally, it's a whole body disease. It starts in the womb, and some women get it. It's in their womb. It's like on the lining.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's similar. It's not even, it's the same symptoms as fibroids and the others, but it's more serious.
Yeah, it says
they're both serious, but it's more serious.
It says here endometriosis.
Endometriosis.
Yeah, endometriosis is a long-term condition where tissue similar to the lining of the womb grows in other places, such as the ovaries and fallopian tubes.
And it spreads, and some women it sticks.
Okay.
Their organs stick
Yeah,
together.
symptoms include pain in your lower tummy or back, pelvic pain, severe period pain, and pain during or after sex. Oh
no.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's madness.
Our sisters are going through it.
I'm telling
Going
you.
through it.
So why is it not recognized here?
I just feel like, again, it's taboo. It happens mainly to black women here. And even when I opened up, I had DMs from like burner accounts messaging me.
Because they don't want to, there's a bit of a taboo about it. That's sad.
Yeah.
But how? It's something that you can't control.
There were some women that were freely like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, this means a lot to me because I've been just hiding, thinking I'm alone. Because I felt alone as well. I wish there was someone like me when I was growing up, or even 10 years ago. Yeah. Because there was nothing really out there. You just go online and then it's just more American pages come up. There was nothing here. But now, since I started Wimbe, obviously being in that community now, I've just seen others just jump on and doing the same thing. And I'm so happy that other black girls and even white girls are speaking about it. Yeah.
Is there anything men can do to help the cause?
Cook. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Just to be supportive.
Yeah.
There's some people, like I've had women that have DM'd me that in marriages that they can't have children, and they've had mother-in-laws like penalize them, and they don't know how to. And some of them haven't even told their husbands that they're going through it. That's why they're not having. No, I get a lot. I get a lot of them, and because I haven't experienced marriage yet. I don't know that marriage in that sort of way. Yeah. And they're like, what do I do? And I'm just like, sometimes it can be overwhelming. Wimbe can be very overwhelming.
You're thinking like, I've not gone through that. I'm not at that stage. How do I
give
advice?
Yeah, to give you advice. And it's like, my husband's going to leave me if I don't provide a child. It's very deep. And I get DMs from women in Canada, America, Switzerland, there's all over, Ghana.
Oh my gosh.
Because I can imagine, some women as well, they know their husband, like, this guy wants kids.
Yeah.
They know, like, is a make or break kind of, so I can imagine them hiding that.
I think what's eye-opening for me is the fact that you're in a developed country and it took a while to get your diagnosis.
You
What
can
of our
only
sisters
imagine.
back in Africa.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
they going through?
It's a lot.
The things that they put juju, they say, oh,
Yeah,
you cannot have
juju,
a child because of juju. But
Yeah,
then
that's what they think. It's not. It's
this time is
deeper.
you're going through something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
We have a long way to go, man.
we do.
You know, you're lost for word.
Yeah.
My word has not been, look, he's never been lost for word before. He's literally
It's just really
he's the one that leads conversation. And look, he left the conversation leader speechless.
Yeah, and I told my
So
mum, I
beyond
said
him.
to my mum, I was like, if I have a child first, no one should say anything because of what I've been through. You know, our culture is very like, you have to be married first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nah, man.
So
relax.
like everyone understands.
I'm
my
exempt.
aunties. Yeah, I'm just
But
like,
was your mum aware of? So when you told her it's fibroids, was she like, "Oh yes, I know," or was this new to her as well?
Ah,
it
that's
was
a
new
good
to
question.
her because she was wondering, why is my child crying and like
Yeah.
always in bed? She was confused
Did you think you were
herself.
pregnant?
No.
Okay.
Because I was
That's the
just
first
always...
thing they always say.
Yeah, that's the
innit?
first thing they'll say. Are you pregnant?
Phone girl.
No, my mum's quite... My mum's very... We're like cool.
Okay, you're cool.
Like
So,
really
yeah,
close.
like,
And
she knew that
she
you were-
knew. It was my dad that one day was
By
like...
the way,
Yeah, I wanna hear this.
Why
Yeah,
is
what
this
did he
girl
do?
sleeping?
I wanna hear. What did
No, my dad was like, yeah, I think your mum had it or whatever. And I was like, mum never had it.
He's so
now
uninformed.
dads are actually
So
annoying.
green.
We're just like,
so green.
He was
You'll
like,
be
"I think
fine."
Your mum was like, me. She was like, no, your dad's confused. But then I realized it was, I think, his sisters. So they say as well, it can be hereditary. but we
that's
don't
what
know
I was just
too.
gonna ask.
Yeah.
Literally.
Is
So
it?
I think-
So it can be.
It can be.
Oh my god.
There's so many, we haven't got to the bottom line of it yet, but they say it can be
Yeah.
Hereditary.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not to sound ignorant, so please, this might be a stupid question, but does fibroids impact your eggs? So do women still have eggs that have
Yeah,
fibroids?
because
So
I
then
go,
why can't those women, again, not ignorant, but can they still, the women that can't do naturally, can they still do like IVF?
they can
surrogacy?
do IVF and things like that.
Okay.
But sometimes the fibroids as well, where they can grow, they block the tube where the sperm and egg meet. So someone that's been trying... No, like...
the fibroid blocks
block the
it.
tube.
Yeah,
where
so
the
some
egg
people
and
can
the
be
sperm
trying
is.
and trying. When they have the operation, within like 6 months, they're pregnant because,
It's released.
It's open
Release
now.
the blockage.
Wow.
Okay.
yeah.
So that's still a light at the end of the tunnel, possibly,
Yeah.
if you can't.
Yeah, and women, there's a lot of women as well. I have a lady that I work with, Dawn Hills. The same thing happened to her. She had an operation, and after, I think, 6 months, then she got pregnant.
Okay.
But then she realized it was that fibroid in the way.
It was on the way.
Yeah.
So currently, right now, where you at right now in
In
your
terms
journey?
of-
In your journey, like,
I'm much better.
Okay.
Much better. I can. Before, I never used to function when I was on my period, but now it's like I can go out. I'm fine. I still have PTSD
yeah.
I can imagine.
in terms of like heavy bleeding. So I still carry till this day. I still carry like a period pouch
Just in case.
with paracetamol, tissues, pads, liners, just in case. But then it also is great if someone is like, oh my gosh, I started my period, then I have something to give to them
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
as well. But I still have PTSD just from that. Yeah.
Crazy.
But I'm much better. And just helping other women. Yeah.
So in your obviously in your journey, like, what do you think can be done? Obviously, I know you're already doing something in terms of, starting Wombe and creating awareness, talking about your journey. But as a country, as a ecosystem, wherever you want to call it, what do you think can be done to kind of bring more awareness to that? Because, we're very big on cancer. There's so many other things, but there's so many other, things, conditions that people are dealing with that are neglected.
I always say collaboration's better than competition. And I've noticed in my community and probably other people's fields, a lot of people like to just be competition and I'm doing this and you know what I mean? Whereas
I think
I'm
we
very
can
much
relate to that.
Yeah, I'm very much like, let's do this together. Let's
Together,
collaborate. Like the
exactly.
ideas I have is out of this world, but it's like I have to make sure I collaborate with people like-minded like me, not someone that will give my idea and then they'll
run with it.
Yeah.
Because you can go far if you go together, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. You can still do your own thing,
But
but they
still-
come together to show, and I think that will just have a big impact in terms of sharing awareness.
By the time you combine everything, it's
Yeah.
a big village. You know what I mean?
Because you were on that show, Pure Revolution, isn't it, with Davina?
How do you know? You did your research?
Do my research, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Research.
did.
We do our research.
Research
should I
master.
say. Yeah, we all do our research. Why was it important for you to be a part of that, and what did you learn from the back of that?
So they reached out to me.
Come on.
Yeah, they reached out to me Christmas 2022. Yeah. And at first I thought it wasn't real. I thought someone was just trying to. And that's happened with most of my collabs with people. I'm like, this
can't be real.
little old me. Why are you messaging me? And then she was like, we're doing this Pure Revolution. We love what you're doing in Mumbai. Did you take the pill? Did you do whatever? Let's hear your story. So I had a conversation with a lady on the phone for like half an hour. Just what contraceptions I used and everything. So yeah, I was happy to go on there. There was other women. There was a young lady that was transitioning as well. So there was different. It was nice to even see that and hear her journey as well. So we all just spoke about the pill, what it did to us and things like that. But I thought it was going to be more of like it was a documentary, but it was like an acting kind of thing. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on YouTube now. You can watch it. And the setting was more like in a doctor's hospital where we're waiting. Right. So it was really cool. Yeah. So it was just mainly showing awareness of what the pill did to us. Because some people swear by the pill and all these contraceptions, but it's really... For me, from my experience, it wasn't good, and I just think it's not good.
And it is pushed upon. Because I'll be real. At university,
100%.
girls were popping pills.
Facts.
Yeah.
They were popping pills. And I remember
like
they would
Skittles.
pop pills like...
To stop periods coming.
Yeah, we're going Ayia Napa.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the pill so I don't
facts.
get
So you block
periods
it. So you block,
on holiday.
there you go. You can
And
delay
you're not-
it.
And you don't
delay it.
realise...
You defer the period.
Yeah. And you
I don't
don't
wanna
realise
speak
it's
too much
affecting your
on
body
women.
in the long run.
But
For
does
your
it-
enjoyment, Sukali.
No,
for
don't
your
do that.
enjoyment.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That is a lie. Where's my camera? That is a lie.
It's not for your enjoyment.
That is a lie. I may have benefited from the cause, but it was not for my enjoyment. It was not for my enjoyment. But anyway, no, in all seriousness, back to that point then. So where did they get that advice from? Where do you think that comes from? That because
The pharmaceutical company, they need to sell
Yeah,
this.
That is
they need
mad.
to sell
You
it.
got to sell this, bro. What do you mean?
that is mad. That because I remember from even Freshers Week, girls were saying, "Oh, we got Amsterdam next week. I'm just gonna keep taking a pill." so that-
Yeah.
It's like how
So you don't get that break.
Because from what I remember, the pill was just a certain period, like 3 weeks, is it? And then you got 1 week off.
Yeah, you take the break. And
There was girls that were taking it 2 years straight. A girl tell you she hasn't seen it.
gas.
Are you okay?
Are you alright there? It's like
Flashback,
guy was giving
flashback,
man. Yeah, he knows.
But yeah, 2 years. And I'm thinking, even me, that's like, okay, yes, I know
There
back
must be
then.
some side effects.
Back
No,
then
they
we were a bit
were.
childish and a bit selfish.
Facts.
Yes, you may have wanted to have sexual intercourse, but then I remember one time thinking, that's a bit mad. 2 years. God has sent periods for a reason. I don't know why. You're going 2 years without it. It might catch up with you later down the line.
Like even like you'd know like there's no I can't remember any black women you speak to that tell you they've had good experience. Like some people say like they put on weight.
Yeah.
A lot of weight
Yeah, yeah.
on that. So like it's crazy.
Is it only I swear they have
there's
the one they
different.
can
They've got
put
the
inside.
implant. They've got the
different ones.
coil.
Coil.
There's so many.
Oh,
They go put the coil inside
they
there.
have
innit?
experimented with our women a lot.
Too much.
Too much. Not
They've
me.
experimented.
I did experimental.
No, you.
No, not you.
Oh, this guy.
Why are you so defensive?
Oh, defensive. What are you up to?
He's talking about the
Yeah, what are you up to?
No. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Some of these men, they always say, "Oh, I don't like to wear this. I don't want to wear protection." So they call.
I don't know
they
what you
say
know these
people
men
in
know.
this place,
Listen,
Not me.
listen. First of all,
Guy.
me.
You sound guilty right now.
Yeah,
You-
and you're
you-
trying to
you-
deflect onto us
Yeah,
innocent men.
It's not me.
That's so defensive. I didn't do it.
I
He
can't
didn't
let
do
you-
me. Nobody even said that.
Why would I let you put those things on my name? No.
But okay, madam, you've seen now they're doing a gel for men.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, the
they
one I
did.
saw.
Are you not
That
going to
gel
take
is not
it?
going to work, man.
What do you mean? They've said it works in the trials.
What do you mean?
Are you gonna be partaking in this?
No, me, I'm happy with the protection.
You're happy.
I'm happy to wear condoms. Yes,
I
not
can't
you
lie.
guys.
Because I'm trying to understand how a gel.
Huh?
How does a gel go?
I think
You don't
it
need to worry
absorbs.
about that. Just use it.
Are you gonna use? Because the ladies have been
No.
taking the brunt for
I'm not
many
gonna
years.
use
Yeah.
Yeah, men need to start rubbing
Men,
gel.
it's our time to pay
But I
back
just
our.
feel like
rubbing
it's
gel.
just all this. Just don't even
Just
touch it.
abstain.
Yeah, just
Be celibate.
Abstain.
Oh, look,
Abstain.
abstain.
What's the
What is
meaning
this
of
word?
this word?
What's the meaning of this
What does
word?
that mean?
This one don't exist over here, man.
Abstain. It means to
Yeah, I
not have
don't
sexual
know.
intercourse until you're
Abstain sounds
married.
to me like a stained white T-shirt. It doesn't sound like something that
All we are hearing is
I should be
entertainment.
partaking in.
Entertainment.
Are you partaking in this? Man, so all that money, all that money. It
can never abstain, man.
It can never happen. I can never.
But do you know what's so mad? I agree with you lots. I'm not even going to try and play on the fence. I wouldn't take the male contraceptive.
And I would advise for men to not even. Let's just not start with you guys.
Don't even
too.
start.
Yeah,
But I'm just
just
saying,
don't
like,
start.
Start shrinking your stuff.
outside of the ethics, yeah. Let's just put the ethics aside.
Yeah.
In my head, and all the men's head are like, nah, you ladies, you've been doing it well. Like, you lot just keep doing it. Like, let's not start
If
with
it's
us.
not broken, don't
Fix it.
Yeah.
But yet, our women have been suffering. When you
Facts.
deep it, all the biological changes they've gone through, it's a bit selfish of us. As the first time we get a male contraceptive, everybody's like, I'm not taking it.
Up in arms.
Everyone's like, no, what if it doesn't work? What if I don't get my sperm count back? Da-da-da-da-da.
But I think all of that would be like, and you don't find out, unfortunately, with a lot of these things, you don't find out the side effects until years
Years
until damage is
later.
done.
Yeah.
Until damage is done, that's when you start to find out.
Yeah,
And
because
it's
I was
sad.
reading a report. I don't want to say the word, but you know the vid.
Oh, yeah.
They've now new reports are coming out about the impacts.
Oh, you're seeing them, yeah?
The medication has had on certain people, and there's even been certain medical experts who at the time were making rules.
They're pushing for it.
They
They've
just
all
got
been
those
coming,
rules
yeah?
from their head. They didn't
Yeah.
even actually have any medical facts.
A
to
lot of
back it
people
up.
have been getting paid out on the low. They're not being, so people have
Yeah.
been getting paid out of court.
So to your point, it's sad that we're not gonna find out the effect until many, many, many years later. You know.
And some people, what pisses me off is when some of these new things are introduced, you'd have this group of people who want to talk down on you because, like, almost like you don't have a reason to be skeptical.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once I talk, what do you mean? You do this anyways. You take this anyways. Why would you not take this? And you're like thinking, are you serious? You've forgotten about the past?
Facts. Because even when this male contraceptive came out, and I made a comment on a blog post saying, "What are the side effects?" My God,
You got
I
ridiculed,
got
didn't it?
Really?
bullied. I even wanted to delete the comment. My sisters were coming on there, all the ladies. We've been doing it for years. Why can't you do it?
I mean, you can understand where they're coming from.
I
though.
hear it, but two things can be right at the same time.
Yeah, that's
you guys have been doing it for years. But what are the side
I've
effects?
told you, social media, you're dealing with pain.
You're never gonna
It's
win.
pain.
Yeah,
You're
it's
never
pain
gonna
and
win.
trauma.
It's not. You're not dealing with like
You're
it's
never
pain,
gonna
bro.
win. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. It is Fibroid Awareness Month, right?
Yeah.
So what are you doing? What how can we get involved? What what does it
Yeah,
look
do you
like?
know to do a race, sprint, something, you know what I mean? I've always wanted to beat this guy in a race.
So got an event.
You wouldn't have to try very hard.
Somebody beat
Shut up, you, I cannot beat you. I want to beat this guy.
You wouldn't have to try very hard.
So it's very a busy month
Yeah.
for me.
I can imagine.
know.
Yeah. A lot of pink outfits. Have you got more?
I need merch. My 8-year-old niece said I need merch.
Oh, okay.
So I need to start doing more of that.
Mm.
Like, and just have it there rather than when I'm going to have an event.
Yeah.
Just have
I'll be
it
like,
stored.
listen,
Yeah.
merch
Merch.
Merch,
vacancy.
just like bags.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I love hats, like caps. Like I have so many.
Like the one he's wearing. Try it now, see if it fits.
Yeah.
Make sure you try him now, see if it fits. Says you like your hat.
No, I like hats.
Oh, no. This guy didn't want to give it. Act like he didn't understand. He's like,
I
So,
understand
yeah.
you. When I never cut my hair, you always
Got an event coming up.
Okay.
Um,
When is that? Where is it?
end of July.
Okay.
Boom, okay.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Nice,
about it.
please.
And you guys can come because even my last event last year, I had a few. My brothers came. I had a few
We'll
people
come, oh,
come
No, men
just to
need to be
understand.
present.
Yeah,
We'll come,
men
oh.
need to be
Men need to be
present
present. 'Cause I
just to
think
understand
we
their
appreciate- no,
girlfriends,
we-
wives.
We
Yeah.
appreciate
Because when
because
men are
we're
present,
being kept outside at the moment. So at least you're inviting us.
no facts.
Yeah, but I'm glad you guys have invited me because it's different.
Yeah.
No, it's not always talking about other topics. It's not really spoken about.
Yeah.
And I've had some other podcasts reach out and be like, yeah, we want you to do it. And no one has really taken the plunge. So I commend you guys for just inviting me to come on, because some say it, but it doesn't come.
Nah, when Uzi met, like, bro, listen, because he brought it, and I was like, I think it's important that partners as well start to understand how they can best support the other half if they're going through stuff like this. And again, maybe you can start to even understand some of the symptoms. Because like you mentioned earlier on, some women have not told their other half just out of fear, out of maybe they're not going to understand or whatever it might be. So guys can start to have some understanding, start to see certain symptoms and what your other half is dealing with.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, because sometimes it's not always fibroid. Some people just have really bad heavy bleeding. But again, there's a cause for it. So understand that and see how we can stop that. But not everyone has fibroids, or some even people have fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, adenomyosis all together. But sometimes when I hear their stories, I feel like little old me, just this little
complain.
I can't complain, because there's people with all of them, and it's like, how are you even surviving? I couldn't survive and manage with fibroid. How are you even doing it? And sometimes you'll see, and you know, sometimes guys are like, oh, my girlfriend's moody or whatever. She's mentally going through things. Yeah, she's going through it, but she's not.
She's not vocalizing it.
Wow,
and that's
God,
why it's
like
important for men to be part of the conversation, because even to the point of you went to the doctors, right? And they would just keep sending you away. If you got a man that understands, and I'm not trying to mansplain or anything, but it's good to have a man to come and say, check her again. Check her again. Be present. So that's why we need to be involved, so we can best support the ladies.
So
and I feel like it's always harder as well when you feel like the person you love the most, or whoever it is, don't understand what you're going through. It's hard. It just makes it that much harder, innit? But when you know that they're on side, they're doing things just to try and make your life as easy and doing it, I think like, it goes a long way. And I want to talk about, because you want to talk about your obviously your experience. I don't know if you want to share it, obviously with your mom and stuff like that. What was that? What was that? Because obviously you're talking about hers wasn't in her neck.
Yeah, so my mom had what you call a thyroid gland.
Yeah, thyroid gland.
So obviously that was triggered after she had my older brother, and it was just literally, it was like a big, because I remember my mom was conscious of that. She had to always walk around, like even in the heat, like with a scarf. And lucky enough, what I was grateful for was my mom had that from when she had my brother. And she was meant to have that operation back home. But she just used to just delay it. But obviously she got to do that operation when we actually came to the UK. I think it was twice they had to do that operation. So they had to cut.
Oh, okay.
Do
it's
it
a serious thing,
and
you
then
know?
go and then come back again and do it. Because I know there's people that have had that. Some lady that had the same thing, she had that operation done in Nigeria, and they cut her thingy by accident.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
She died.
No, she didn't die, but
She can't.
yeah. So it was a serious. I didn't realize how serious it was until So my mom had
So
that.
I think it says here that thyroid gland is a small butterfly-shaped gland in the neck, just in front of the windpipe.
Yeah.
One of its main functions is to produce hormones that help regulate the body's metabolism, the process that turns food into energy. So that means if you have that, and that's not turning food into energy, and all those things are your hormones, only God knows what's
I think
happening.
after that operation, my mom had to go on this tablet. To basically, obviously,
that can result in
like hormones and all that stuff. Yeah, so. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was like similar thing.
No,
Like,
it's connected.
Hormone and
Because when I started getting when I got the nutritionist, I had to take all those tests, thyroid testing, my levels like vitamin D, iron. There's so many, so they have to check that to see if that is balanced. And everything was fine. It was just my iron that was but it all does.
So what they give you to supplement that for the iron? Is it tablets or the diet?
Tablets.
Oh, okay.
And diet too. They say eat more spinach, kale.
What about vitamin D? Because I saw a study that said vitamin, because black women obviously melanin, we don't get sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something you heard in your...
Yeah. So it's funny, when I go to Ghana, I'm so much better.
Yeah.
All of us, facts. All of us.
So it is about
When I'm my periods, even when I was dealing with the fibroids, I was fine.
So
I've
it
been
could
in
be
Ghana.
through then.
Yeah. So when you come back, it's cold. It's
I keep saying we're not meant to be
We're
here,
not
man.
meant to
I
be
keep
here.
saying this, man. We're not
so I take
positioned for this
vitamin D
place.
tablets
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Balance that out.
I'm hearing that's meant to be everyone though.
You're meant to.
Every black, you're supposed to be taking
But women,
supplement.
which some women don't know, magnesium is. We are low. We have a low
magnesium as
deficiency
well.
in magnesium.
Okay.
Women especially, and that
Women
helps
in
with
general
the
or black women?
women in general.
Okay.
That's our lowest.
Okay.
Magnesium. Oh, that's
yeah.
a good one.
So, and it helps with sleeping, cramps. When I started taking it, because I used to have leg pain, because it's all connected. I used to always get throbbing pain even after my periods. And obviously I'm tall as well. So it was like, oh my God. So when I switched to my nutritionist, she was like, you have a magnesium deficiency. When I started taking those magnesium after 2 months,
Gone.
and that was in 2022, when 2024, I've never seen that pain back. So I always tell the ladies on my platform, magnesium glycinate.
Magnesium glycinate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are learning new things.
I'm telling you, huh?
And men need it too. And
I'm about to.
I'm willing to take whatever you advise, I will take it.
No, I'm telling
that
you.
one we have has everything in it. That tablet
The
we got from
testosterone
TikTok
one.
place.
Yeah, you're right.
Which one do you lot have?
There's one
We're not there.
testosterone tablet.
That's my own now.
No, guys. It's not just testosterone. Sorry, it's called
testo something, but it's got
got
like
everything.
But you have to be
Even
careful
ashwagandha is in there.
because
Overdose.
they all have percentage.
Yeah, you're right.
So you need, for me, there's women tablets like for everything. I can't take those because I need more.
of certain things.
I hear
So I have to get them separately.
Milligrams, more higher dosage.
Yes.
More dosage, more
But
dosage.
you can just get these things. It's any easier to get from fruits or veg and that.
You can.
You might have to
but
pay a
you-
lot, bro.
Yeah,
of that.
more.
Yeah.
You get it? Whereas this pill will just give you exactly what you need.
Yeah.
But I take breaks with my supplements
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's
you
too
don't want
much.
to. Yeah, you give like a little
so
gap.
I take
100%.
breaks like 2 months and then I go back on.
Then you go back on again.
'Cause you don't want to overcompensate.
Yeah, because eventually your body's gonna stop reacting to it. If you do it
Yeah.
too much.
Because
It's
even
not
when I was
gonna-
going
it's not
through
gonna
the
be effective.
pain, I was taking ibuprofen a lot, and then cocodamol used to make me vomit, so I stopped taking that, and that's the one that helps with
Yeah,
pain.
proper, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got immune to ibuprofen; it wasn't working.
It wasn't working. No,
so I
your
went back to
body's used to it.
paracetamol, and that works, which is
Oh,
crazy
okay.
when I have like excruciating pain.
The body's mad, isn't it?
It's mad.
The body's so crazy, bro.
We're almost at the end of our discussion, but I really wanted you to touch on the period poverty campaign you got going on because I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that real quick?
Sure. So I see a lot here, people campaigning, and I didn't realize that there's a lot of period poverty still in this UK.
Huh?
Yeah. Look up. There's a lot.
I thought
Sorry,
again this could
guys,
be
sorry,
ignorant.
guys, I'm a bit green.
Yeah.
What's period poverty?
Oh,
Okay. So period poverty is basically where other, I guess, cities, because it's in the UK, to countries that aren't, they can't access like sanitary towel like as easy as we can.
You have that here.
Yeah, we have that here.
I didn't know that.
Oh wow.
Low income families. Yeah, it's really
I
bad.
thought-
But mainly India, Africa.
Yeah,
That's where
are
they're
really affected.
affected. Yeah.
Sorry, in the UK, I thought they give them free in school. No, am I making
Even
up?
like NHS, I thought they could just walk in and
No.
NHS, wow.
There's actually organizations that are doing the work.
Set up, doing the work.
Set up and going out there and giving it to schools. And yeah, I even have friends that do workshops in schools.
That's
So wait, you're telling me, girls? So you're young, you get your first period. You just got to pay for it yourself. You don't get it free from school. The sanitary. God damn, I did not know that.
Wow. Yeah, sorry.
So
You
yeah,
was talking
so
about
when I went
your
to
journey.
Ghana, I wrote it down like 2 years ago that I want to focus on period poverty in Ghana. Start there, obviously,
Yeah,
because I'm from there. So I went in Easter, met organisation, 2 girls that I met, and we just had a meeting. I just went online and I just said, I'm coming to Ghana. Reached out to me, did it, and I just got so many people message me. But because I was in Accra, there was 2 that I could see in Accra, whereas others were around. But I'm still in touch with them. So I met with them, and they just told me everything about what's happening in Ghana. So it's cheaper to get contraception than to buy period pads in Ghana. And it's easy. It's crazy. So they can't afford, women can't afford period pads in Ghana because it's expensive, especially the low income.
Well, I don't understand this maths. Yeah, so contraception is hard to get.
It's
it's easier to get.
than pads.
Cheaper.
Cheaper and easier to get, yeah.
That's mad.
That is mad.
How does that work?
Even I was shocked.
And do you know if that's just a Ghanaian thing? Is it African
It's
thing?
an African thing.
Yeah.
I had even my friend, he went to Nigeria and he said the house girl reused her sanitary, which is very unhygienic. Yeah. And he felt so bad for her, so he gave her money to go and buy. And some people sleep with these. It's crazy to get money to buy these products. So it's very serious in Africa and India as well. There's so many, because I've got so many women that I follow as well that are trying to do the works in their own countries as well. So it's very high.
It's very hard for you not to go at the government, isn't it? It's so hard.
Because
like some of these basic
for a
things.
fact that
And
these
they've
men
even
are
added
eating.
tax. Yeah.
They added tax.
They've added tax.
What do you mean?
On
Last
something that
year
is
on the product, the period.
In Ghana?
Yeah.
So if you're
they
like,
were
let's say
even
you're
rallying.
shipping them in, like obviously for someone like yourself, you're shipping them in, they add tax on that. They tax you on that.
In their country.
So the ones that they've added tax on it.
I think they've added tax here as well. Tampon tax, isn't it?
But it's already hard as it is. So why
add tax?
Exactly.
It's not a luxury.
Yeah, it's not.
The
It's not.
greed doesn't stop, does it?
Yeah.
So for the girls that can't even afford sanitary towels to reuse them, what are they using?
I guess they have to make
They make
it.
stuff out.
Yeah, cloth and yeah. And even that, what I realized is, for example, when I said I'm going to Ghana or whatever, I had like brands and companies were like, anything, we'll help out, we'll send you and stuff.
Oh, dope.
And some of them have period pants where you can, it's like,
It's got an inbuilt
Yes.
pad in there, so you just wear it.
and it's like, yeah, it's nice, but there's lack of education. It's hot there, you're washing it, you hang it, fly. Like, it's not, they need to start, some don't even know how to put a sanitary pad into your knickers. Like, so it's lack of education as well. So it's not just about the period pads giving me donations. We need more workshops out there to teach these young girls in the schools to explain to them how you wash yourself, things like that. Yeah. Change your pads every 4 hours and not keep it the whole day to get UTI infections. It's so many things. So that's literally
education.
Period
Yeah,
poverty.
because I was reading some African parents don't allow their daughters to use tampons because they feel like it will take their virginity.
Yeah.
It will do what? Excuse me.
Take their virginity.
Well, worried about the wrong things here.
But that's not
Lack
true,
of
right?
education, obviously.
And it's
but
lack of education.
Lack of education.
Yeah.
really
But I always advise women that bleed heavy, have fibroids, clotting, don't use tampons.
Okay.
Because
So they use
just-
pads.
just use pads, yeah. It's easier for them.
I always say to people, yeah, listen, if you think you have a problem, there's people with bigger problem.
This is really.
I can't believe it, man. No, so definitely. So when you said your event, end of July.
Yeah.
Will that be raising money for the period poverty, or is that
Yeah.
separate?
So this is separate
Oh,
here.
okay.
The period poverty is in Ghana.
Us in
which
Ghana,
I'm
okay.
So how do we?
collaborating.
Is there details?
So yeah, so the period
Yeah,
poverty
to
right
raise
now,
money for?
I'm alongside a company called Flow Wellness.
Okay.
And they were sponsoring, basically we put out a campaign to sponsor one young girl in Ghana, sponsor a girl in Ghana for $50 or £50. And we've had some good people reach out.
So what would
to
that
us.
do? Like,
Also, yeah, so that gives them, basically it gives them pads for the whole year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So how much is that?
£50 or $50.
What do you mean? For a whole year?
Yeah. For
£50
one
or
girl.
50 would give a pad to one girl for a whole
Give
year.
a year's supply.
a year supply.
One girl.
What?
That's crazy.
That's what we're doing, yeah.
And
And
that's
do you
not
compete?
even
Is
like
that still open? That
Yeah, it's still
campaign?
open. It's
Yeah, okay.
free.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
All
so-
right. Yeah,
We
we're gonna
definitely
get the
will be-
details for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
definitely
Yeah, we're gonna get the
contribute to
details for that.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
And that link in your bio? Is
It's
that
all there.
Yeah, all there. Okay,
Oh,
lovely.
It's all there.
Nah, you'll be seeing our hands.
Honestly, may God bless you for what
Nah,
you're doing.
definitely.
Production, that Ghanaian.
Yeah, the one there, the one there.
Your people need
The money is too much. They don't, he was telling me just yesterday he didn't know how to where to spend his money.
by the
So
way.
at least now, yeah, you have
Nah,
a.
Your
what you're
people
doing
need you, man, back home.
It's amazing. There's a lot of people, and this is not to knock them,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that go through what you're going through, and they just all they can do is deal with it. They don't even have the energy to
Yeah,
help
yeah.
others. But the fact you've gone that extra step,
The strength.
God bless
Yeah,
you.
God
Yeah,
bless you.
strength.
Yeah, even the strength. See, sometimes I'm in pain because after the surgeries, I still get I still get after pain.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing associated, but because I've had operations, I've got
Of course.
I've got scars as well. So I used to be body conscious as well, but I'm more confident now because it's like
Good. Oh,
it is what it is. It's my
everybody have their
story.
own.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell people. Everyone have their
everyone,
own
yeah.
scars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Battle
scars.
Everyone have their own battle scars, whatever you want to call it. Everyone has their own. And that's why I'm like, I don't care no more. There'll be times where I used to work. The man will tell you, we go to, around that time as well, when my situation was bad, that's when we was being invited to an event like every day of the week. And I have to always go out. This man know, like, but sometimes like, I have to go and get gloves, wear gloves. People tell, people used to make, even on the podcast, I wear gloves. Sometimes people are like, oh, this guy come like a road man. People think all of that
Yes,
stuff, but they
yeah.
don't really know that.
What's happening?
Yeah, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Innit? But it's like, eventually, I was like, I don't care no more, man. This is me. This is part
Even
of
me,
who I
it's
am.
like family members as well. Like they didn't understand as well if I'd cancel things and why. And then
Like, she's been bougie.
yeah,
she don't
or
wanna-
she's always
too
on
good
her
for us.
period,
Yeah.
and it's like you
becomes
don't
a
even
little
understand.
joke.
And then obviously through that, I became quite a, I don't say angry person, but always annoyed. But it was the hormones, everything, and just frustration. Yeah, so when I shared my story, I did a video, and then everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, Latoya, I didn't know you was going through this." I'm
You
like,
don't feel like I'm
Yeah, fake news.
yeah, so
Wow.
Well done to you, man.
thank you.
Oh,
I'm
well done.
trying.
Thank you so much as well, man, coming to share your story with us. We've learned a lot, definitely.
Thank
I
you.
have definitely learned a lot.
Yeah,
and
facts.
Can't wait to help your cause,
Thank you.
and just let us know whatever you need
Yeah.
from us.
My boy sounds so somber. Are you okay?
He's like,
It's
really
a
deep
topic
it.
we
Yeah.
don't discuss, you don't know. This is
like,
serious
You guys gonna go
conversation.
straight home to sleep.
Nah, bro, it's
People are going through stuff.
just hearing like somebody reusing their towels.
Yeah,
It's mad,
that's
isn't it?
mad.
Yeah, that's what killed me. That made me,
Bro.
it sparked it in my, because he went in 20, when did he go to Nigeria? 2022, he told me.
What?
And I was like, that's crazy. And it's like, that girl is still probably going through it right now. I didn't even know her.
Like right now. Are you planning on, are you planning on expanding out of Ghana then in terms of like the charity work you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Please go Nigeria next, though.
Yeah, of course.
Let
We're
us
next
know.
to each other. We're next door.
We would merge for that cause, innit?
Of course.
Yeah.
Praise God.
And just help others. Like when people say, can you repost this? Like I do all of that for other organizations. There's some in India that are going through period poverty. And because I'm talking about it, I repost there.
Yeah.
Whoever can help them as well. So
Dope.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
Thank
you.
Yeah, man.
You want to share your socials and handles so people can find you?
Just Instagram, Wimbe.
Wimbe.
LinkedIn, I have myself, but I'm working on that. I don't know how to use LinkedIn.
I don't know. I can't help you on that. Sorry.
But you need to end this on a high note, bro. You're not ending like this.
We will wear pink
Okay.
on our next episode in honor of Fibroids Awareness. Well, I'll wear pink.
Yeah.
The boys are looking at me a bit mad.
No, I'm not.
have a hint. You can have a
I'm
hint.
thinking in my head, do I have
What
pink?
pink do you have? Come
Yeah, I
on,
was
you don't
thinking-
kill a
Just a
can.
hint of pink. It don't have to be.
I have to go and buy
Just a
something.
hint.
I got pink.
Just a hint, yeah. Or a camera, or a cap, or
I might get a mixture, so I'll see what I could do. But you gotta remind me though.
that will be our ode
Oh,
to
thank
you
you,
and
guys.
Fibroid Awareness.
Yeah. Hey.
Are we on the high now?
Hey, I like
Alright
that.
then.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like supporting stuff. I like that.
Honestly, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you,
think
guys.
it's
Guys,
an honor. We're honored to have you on.
Guys, please, guys, please. Thank you so much.
And I hope your story will resonate with our viewers and
Yeah.
hopefully more people.
We share
definitely
them
will.
as well, yeah.
Yeah. And just feel free to DM me. I'm always on my phone.
They go DM, oh.
Yeah.
They'll DM.
Not you, them.
Oh, no.
He said they would do
I
it.
know.
He said they would do
Yeah,
it.
I
you
was
did.
joking.
Yeah.
I was joking. I'm
Yeah.
Can't
kidding.
flood, you know?
Emails is fine, but I
DMs.
DM I'm on it. Like
Okay.
and I'm not one of them people that just ignore you. I actually because I know how you're feeling.
You're gonna respond.
Yeah, that's true, innit? It just makes that
You
a little
just-
extra
Yeah, because I know that person's like
Extra
going through it because I
responsible,
went
yeah.
through that and they're
So you can't
literally
ignore it.
dying. So it's like
Oh, man.
I just help them.
Dope.
Yeah.
Amen.
Dope.
Yeah.
On that note, please feel free to comment, subscribe, share. Make sure you go and support Woombe and
Yep.
everything she's doing to raise funds for the period poverty in Ghana.
Yeah.
And, you know, just spreading awareness on fibroids and all the other difficulties that ladies go through. Sorry, I'm just somber. I'm somber.
I
Don't be
know. That's what I
somber.
told you. I want you to. I want
I'm
you to.
trying. You end it then, since you're so high, since you were
No,
happy
but
and shit.
no, you're doing very well so far. Don't worry. Keep going.
No, but until next time, thank you for joining us. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the In My Opinion podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, peace.